Take action now to prepare your home and your community for wildfire. Get fire adapted. Learn what you can do now to reduce wildfire damage later at fireadapted.org. Prepare, protect, prevail. A public service message brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council. Learn more at fireadapted.org.
WIFO 105.5 FM Jessup, Big Dog Country. Murphy's Builder Supply is where you need to go for all your home improvement projects and hardware needs. They've been serving folks in this area since 1946. Murphy's offers some products and services that you may not know about. They now sell ammunition, both bullets and shells. Murphy's also sells personalized tags for dog collars. They build customized screens for windows and doors. Murphy's can read key locks, and of course they can make keys. They cut glass for windows, plus Murphy's has monthly doorbuster specials. Check their Facebook page to see what's on sale. Murphy's Builder Supply, 156 Northeast Broad Street, Jessup.
At Broadhurst Landfill, keeping our communities safe is the most important thing we do. Our local team of environmental managers, engineers, and scientists ensure that the long-term management of the landfill is safe for our workers, customers, and the environment. To learn more, visit our website at www.broadhurstlandfill.com. Or you can go to the website, click Visit Us, and sign up for a tour to see firsthand how we operate. We hope to see you soon.
An exceptional car buying experience is closer than you think. Mike Birch Ford in Blackshear has the best prices, service, and selection. Why go anywhere else? At Mike Birch, you don't have to haggle, and you'll get top dollar for your trade. Our finance team's ready to help, even when others can't. No matter where you are, buying a new car has never been easier than at Mike Birch Ford in Blackshear and at MikeBirchFord.com. Right on the corner, right on the price. Stop this surge. Call Mike Birch.
Jessup Premium Storage, 1455 South 1st Street is Jessup's best place to store your valuables. Whether it's furniture between moves or just a place for the overload, call Jessup Premium Storage at 530-8003. That's 530-8003. Jessup Premium Storage units are indoors, climate controlled, and they have 24-hour surveillance and on-site management. You have 24-hour, 7-day-a-week access to your unit. Sizes range from 5x5 to 10x25. They also have outside covered and uncovered spaces available for vehicles, boats, trailers, and RVs. Jessup Premium Storage on the Waycross Highway in Jessup.
And good morning. You're listening to the Big Dog, WIFO FM in Jessup, 105.5 on your FM dial. Good morning. Butch Hubbard here with you, along with Bob Morgan, on this Wednesday morning, 17th day of January. World famous Butch and Bob show brought to you by Mike Birch Ford in Blackshear, by Jessup Premium Storage out here on the Waycross Highway, by Mike Birch Ford, and by Murphy Builder Supply and Jessup Premium Storage. And Bob, we've got Wednesdays with Workizer. Bill's on the phone with us. Good morning, Bill.
Good morning, Bob. Good.
Okay, Bob, go ahead.
Good morning, Mr. Workhauser. How are you doing today? How cold is it in Atlanta?
I think last time I looked it was 17, but it is blanketed with another snow.
More snow in Atlanta, so more people having a hard time getting around the area, I imagine.
Yeah, in fact, everything's been called off for us. I mean, even I'm looking out my apartment, and even the interstates are still covered. You'd think they'd be cleared, but so everything's been called off for us.
I understand, but last week you had a chance to hear the state address by the governor. I just want to get your thoughts on what you heard.
It was very interesting and very emotional. This was his 8th of 8 state of states, and at least 4 times he broke down, and it was very emotional because most of it, or half of it, was going down memory lane and talking about when he first came into office and the change we've seen. Because as you may remember, he came in at probably one of the worst times in our history financially. And, you know, right now we're experiencing probably one of the best times in our history. So it was a trip down memory lane.
Well, we had exit issues here. We talked about several of the items coming up in the legislature. We talked with yesterday with Blake Tillery about the adoption issue. You know, he kind of explained the difference between the state of Georgia and other states, what the issue is. So I'll just have you explain it as well for the people that are listening, because that seems to be the big issue up there this year in the legislature, that the governor claims he wants a clean adoption bill. I asked Blake Tillery yesterday what that means. I'll ask you the same question. What does a clean adoption bill mean for the state of Georgia?
Clean meaning the way the House passed it out. Bert Reeves, a representative from Marietta, has been working on the bill for 3 years now, and it's a 100-page bill. And the item that made it a sticking point, and there were several, but the one that was going to create the governor said he would veto it if it came anyway, would be if there was discrimination language in it, meaning some type of, we keep using the word RFRA, Religious Freedom Restoration Act, meaning that there were stipulations in there that would discriminate against gay couples. That's been the sticking point. That's been removed. There were several other minor areas. We were told, even as of yesterday, that all the items have been cleaned up. The author seems to be okay with the bill, so we're waiting on it to come back to the House. But it has passed out of Judiciary Committee in the Senate.
Again, we talked about the budget, a lot of money towards education. The governor kind of outlined the University of Georgia system was supposed to give a report yesterday. Did you have a chance to hear that report on what all they expect and what they want?
Well, yeah, so let me tell you a little bit about it. In fact, it dawned on me yesterday that the entire Wayne delegation is on appropriations, which has to be very unique. Yesterday was a full day. We were there pretty much from 9 to 4. And so what happens is everybody who's on appropriations meet, and the head of each of the agencies come in. Education, Department of Corrections, Health and Human Services, I mean, every single one of them. And they kind of outline their request, and basically they're reading off what the governor's request is. The budget starts with the governor's office. We get 2 books, a 600-page and 300-page. The large one, which we call the big budget, is actually the 2019 budget, and then the smaller, what's called the small budget, is an amended from the budget that we passed a year ago. And the reason we do that is Governor Deal in particular has been very conservative in projections. And so he'll project what our budget, what our income will be. He purposely undershoots that so that when the excess money does come in, then we allocate that. The difference being if you were to go the opposite way, like some of the more liberal states, and you overshoot your budget, then you've got a budget where you're actually spending more than what you bring in. Some of the things the highlights of yesterday is, again, it was going over how well we're doing. You know, we're at nearly full employment. Consumer spending is at a 20-year high. Housing recovery is up. Inflation is below target. I mean, just every category you can imagine has been looking good.
Just joining us on the phone with us is State Representative Bill Werkheiser. Last week, also, a delegation from Wayne County was up there. They had a breakfast, and I know you were on hand for that. How'd that meeting go, and what all was discussed up there? Anything of importance?
It was great. Again, we a lot of it is just social and opportunities for them to meet with different the people that they would have interest in. So they came for the breakfast, and then after that, at the depot building across from the Capitol, from about 5 to 7, there was an event put on by about 12 counties, of which Wayne is part of, called the Okefenokee delegation, I guess, for lack of a better term. And then where all the and there's a lot of legislators, agency heads, and so it's a way to showcase our county, because each county will have a table, and it's just a good way to meet with people on the state level to let them know that that Wayne County's interested, and it's really just a good networking event.
A couple more items. I had a chance to go to the city work session yesterday. They're talking about having city elections in November, but they're going to do staggered terms, but they have to have that approved by the legislature. Is that just a formality? How does that work? Do you get that from a lot of cities that want to do that? Or?
Yeah, in fact, what's interesting, out of my 3 counties, I'll have local legislation from 2 of them. The city of Lone is actually redoing their entire charter, and so they're starting from the entire document. It's 50 pages long, but I did get a call from the Connor Law Group a few days ago. And so what happens is and that's a good idea, I think, so that you don't, an entire council, and in fact, I did that for Tattnall County, the Board of Education last year. And so what happens is the city council will do a resolution saying we want to make these changes in code, and so their attorneys will bring to me the changes they want to make. I'll take it to our legislative council. We'll get it in draft form, in legislation form, and then the city will put a notice in the paper, and then it will I'll drop the bill like any other bill. The only difference would be all the local legislation will be heard, and we really won't discuss it. It'll just be put on the calendar as a group, so there might be 20 local legislation bills every day, and we'll just vote on those in whole, and they'll pass without much fanfare. But it is interesting that every little thing that every city and county does is actually in state code, and put it in a book up here.
One final question. This was on the news here this morning. Just got this yesterday, but they say some good news for Georgia Power customers. Companies ordered to refund customers $43.6 million, but they don't know how that's going to affect individual people. Do you have any idea what that means for an individual?
No, I don't, because we're hearing it the same as you are, and my guess is part of this is a PR move. A lot of people are frustrated with the plant Vogel that's going to, as you know, when someone pays extra, it's eventually going to trickle down to the consumer. And so my guess is it's a PR move to write everybody a dividend or a check or a refund. But my guess is they'll eventually get it back on our electric bill.
Final question. Again, we talked about this with you at the Exit Issues Breakfast here in Wayne County. I had the interview with you. We talked about the red light at Joey Williamson Road. I asked you at that time, was it financial? And you said it was not. But again, talked to Blake Tiller yesterday. I know he and you and Chad are still trying to push that for Wayne County. Any headway in that thus far in the legislative session, or where do we stand on that?
Well, we did meet yesterday about it. We have come up with a plan. As Blake mentioned at the Exit Issue, at some point it's going to be a political play for when someone needs us more than we need them. So we had a discussion yesterday trying to figure out how we could create a need on someone else's part instead of waiting for that. So we'll see.
And that right there just shows you how sad politics is. It's going to be who wants a favor and not what's right, what's wrong. It's just we can't get it done until somebody needs something. So that just shows you the sad state of affairs where we're at. Yeah. Well, again, we appreciate you calling in every Wednesday, giving us updates on the legislative session. Again, we'll look forward to next Wednesday. But again, stay warm, stay out of the snow. And again, we appreciate you tuning in calling in each and every Wednesday with Wednesdays with Workouts. We do appreciate it.
Okay, well, thank y'all, and y'all have a good one.
Okay. Again, that's State Representative Bill Workheiser on the phone with us on Wednesdays with Workheiser. Again, we'll be back with more of the world famous Butch and Bob show after these commercial messages.
Good morning, everyone. It's a cold start to our Wednesday forecast with cloudy skies and a little patchy fog. Gradually, we will get some sunshine in here, but it stays chilly. Highs today in the low to mid-40s, and tonight with clear skies, we're well into the 20s, with some folks looking at a hard freeze. For our Thursday, we'll have sunshine back into the mid-40s, and Friday we start the weekend with sunshine and highs in the mid-50s. I'm Georgia meteorologist Laura Huckabee in the GNN Weather Center.
And good morning. You're listening to the Big Dog, WIFO 105.5 FM in Jessup, Big Dog Country. 16 minutes after 8 o'clock on a Wednesday morning, 17th day of January. Butch Everett here with you, along with Bob Morgan, on the world-famous Butch and Bob Show. And we've got another guest here on the Butch and Bob Show this morning, Cheyenne Mosley from the city of Odom. Good morning, Cheyenne. How are you doing?
I'm good. How about y'all?
We're doing real good. You had called the other day and we requested some time here to be on the show and tell us what is going on in the city of Odom that y'all want to talk about, Cheyenne.
Well, on February 3rd, we are having a father-daughter dance presented by the Odom Homecoming Committee, and the theme is Boots and Bling. It's a country girl thing, so...
Okay. So tell us all about it. Why are y'all doing it and what's all involved?
Well, we want to... I've lost my train of thought.
Okay, the reason why y'all putting it on?
We just want to encourage a father-daughter bond, and we want to make it easier for fathers and daughters to bond with each other in this crazy world. It's hard.
Okay, and once again, the title of the event that y'all putting on is pretty cute there.
Yeah, Boots and Bling. It's a country girl thing.
Okay, now everybody is invited to it, all the fathers and daughters out there?
Yep, any age group, fathers, daughters, stepfathers. If you have a grandfather, you can bring him along.
Okay, and this is put on by the city of the Odom Homecoming Committee, right?
Yes, sir.
Odom Homecoming Committee. And so tell us where it's going to be, cost, what's going to be going on, what's going on with the event?
Well, it's going to be, again, Saturday, February 3rd from 6 to 8 p.m. at the Odom City Gym. And advance tickets are $20 a couple, and it's $5 additional daughter, and then $25 a couple at the door. But if you get an advance ticket, you'll be entered to win a grand door prize.
And once again, those advance tickets are how much?
$20 a couple for advance, and the deadline's January 26th, and $5 additional daughter, and then $25 at the door.
Okay, and meal served and all that?
Yep, we'll have finger foods, cake, punch, that kind of thing.
Okay, let's just talk about the father-daughter dance. You gonna have a DJ playing? What?
Yep, we will. Mark Tootle, he's on our committee. He'll be playing lots of variety of different music, dance music, country music, slow dance, that kind of thing.
All right, so you've got the father and daughter, father, stepdaughter, father, grandfather. What can they expect when they walk in the door on this event? What will be going on? What will be the agenda for the evening?
Well, we will have, just right off the bat, you got your food, you'll have your dance music going on, we'll have a photo booth, and then throughout the night we'll have given away door prizes. We should hopefully have a lot of door prizes to give away, and then at the end we'll give away our grand door prize.
And do you know what that is yet?
I do not.
You do not?
It will consist of a dinner for two, movies for two, and dessert for two.
Okay, and so that'll be the grand prize. If you have door prizes, you'll be giving away all evening, so I guess folks will get tickets when they come in, and you'll call out the number, and there's a lot of door prizes to be given away to the fathers and daughters. And, of course, this is to fathers and daughters, stepfathers, grandfathers, whatever the case may be, whatever the situation may be, for all the fathers and daughters here in Wayne County, right?
Yes, sir. All ages.
All ages? Mm-hmm. All ages. And it's going to be, what day? February 3rd. It's 6:30?
From 6 to 8.
6 to 8 p.m. 6 to 8 p.m. there at the Odom City Gym.
Yep, and you can get your tickets at Odom City Hall. We have them on sale now, all the way until at the door.
Okay, and so they'll be they're right now at City Hall, and you can get them at the door. And if anybody has any questions about this event, where should they call or
Call Odom City Hall at 586-2211.
586-2211.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Cheyenne Mosley in this morning from the city of Odom and also from the Odom Homecoming Committee. Bob, questions, comments for Cheyenne this morning? Anything at all?
No? Like a great event?
Yeah, a great event. You know, I know that different folks have put on events like this in the past, but it's being put on by the Odom Homecoming Committee. the father and daughter dance, and you got a photo booth set up, so a great chance for these fathers and daughters to be able to get a professional photographer to take a great picture of them. Great memories.
Yes, sir. Great memories.
Okay. Anything else about the event, Cheyenne, that you want to talk about?
Just get your ticket soon.
Okay. Go to City Hall, give them a call, and or just get the tickets at the door. But the best thing to do is try to get it in advance. You'll get finger foods there. You'll have the dance music going on by Mark Tootle. You'll have the door prizes given away and all that kind of good stuff. Just a fun evening from 6 to 8 p.m. on February 3rd. Father-daughter dance there at Odom City Gym, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Cheyenne, thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
All right. Take care. All right. 105.5 FM in Jessa, Big Dog Country Radio, WIFO. And sound like a great event they're going to be putting on there in the city of Odom for the fathers, daughters out there who would like to go to this event. 22 minutes after 8 o'clock. Cheyenne, have a great day. Drive safely back to the city of Odom. Bob, how are you doing this morning?
I'm good.
You good? Good. How did Jacksonville beat the Pittsburgh Steelers? I mean, if you listen to the press, if you listen to all the folks, they were so cocky there in Pittsburgh. They weren't even thinking about Jacksonville. They were thinking about New England. How did Jacksonville score 40-something points against them?
Because the defense didn't show up. That's why. I mean, they didn't make plays. So, I mean, you score 42 points at home, you're supposed to win, but it didn't happen. So.
I know you got to be depressed, yeah.
I've been depressed. I said 2018's just not been good. Georgia didn't win the national championship. Falcons lost.
How did the Falcons just score 10 points?
Irish trade Garrett Cole and Andrew McCutcheon. I mean,
oh, boy.
Depression for the last several days for a Pittsburgh fan. So
yeah. So the Pirates traded a couple of their...
They traded their best pitcher, best player.
Oh, wow.
They faced the franchise, Andrew McCutcheon, going to the Giants.
So why did they do that?
It's all about cost savings. They don't have any money, and so they.
It's always about the money.
About the money. But it's just sad that your best player, leading home run hitter, leading stolen base leader, just all gone. So I'm reading I got the app with the Pirates and the Steelers on my phone, and reading the app on the Pirates. They're saying that no one's buying tickets for this season. The park will be basically empty. So it's kind of sad.
You think about teams in the past, you when you think about those teams, you think about the players that were there. Not only do you think about, I'm a fan of the Braves or I'm a fan of the Pittsburgh Pirates, or whatever the case may be, the Yankees, the Giants, whatever. You think about the players of that era. And that's becoming such a rarity these days as players that get traded back and forth, up and down. And it's a shame because, so many players... you think, okay, Derek Jeter, Yankees, Maddox, just a few years for the Cubs, Motley, Braves. But they just come and go these days in all sports.
You hear all the bad things athletes do, but a lot of athletes do a lot of great things. They have a lot of charity events and things like that. And McCutcheon was very active in the Pittsburgh community with a lot of charity events, raised a lot of money for a lot of charities. So just not only is a good player, but he's a good citizen as well. So just hate to see McCutcheon in a Giant uniform this year, but it is what it is. So Pittsburgh Steelers still trying to figure out what happened against Jacksonville. Without Jacksonville's got the big test. Can the defense stop Brady? So we'll see.
No, well, they didn't stop Pittsburgh. We can say that. They scored 42 points against that defense is supposed to be, one of the best, which is one of the best out there. Listening to Jim Rome talks about how physical the Jacksonville defense is. And is it, it's like he was saying, you don't count Jacksonville out. Everybody counted Jacksonville out against Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh was not even, he said, Jim Rome was talking about, if you listen to the Pittsburgh media, that Jacksonville was just a formality just to go on to New England. And so he said, don't count Jacksonville out. Of course, he feels that Brady and the gang will win. But he said, don't think this is just a gimme for the Patriots.
Like I said in my sportscast today, you cannot underestimate the Tom Coughlin factor. Tom Coughlin has Bill Belichick's number. He's 5-1 against him, beat him twice in the Super Bowl. So Tom Coughlin is hands-on down there in Jacksonville with Doug Marrone. He's the director of player personnel, but he's at practice every day, and him and Doug Marrone have a great relationship. So I'm sure he and Marrone are putting together the game plan to try to beat New England at New England, which will be a tough task, though. Brady's just, Brady. Yeah, So,
Yeah,
I mean, most consider him the greatest of all time. You know, if he wins this one, there probably won't be any argument after this. Some people still debate, you know, is it Montana, is it whoever? But if Brady pulls this off and wins another Super Bowl ring, I mean, history will show that he is the greatest of all time.
Yeah. Well, let's go to the NFC side. You've got two physical teams there. What's your thoughts on the Vikings and the Eagles?
The Eagles just, you know, everybody keeps questioning Nick Foles, the backup quarterback, but he did start at one time, and he defeated the Falcons. Just frustrate me. I mean, a team that scored so many points the year before, and now they say the Sarkisian offense coordinator is coming back, which I don't understand why he's coming back, but he's coming back. But Vikings have a very good defense. Vikings are just one win away from playing at home for the Super Bowl. I think the Vikings will find a way, you know, after the miracle in Minnesota. I mean, Breeze and Saints had that game won. That was just crazy.
Yeah,
I don't know what happened to that defensive back. I feel sorry for him. He keeps trying to explain what he did, what he didn't do, but
kind of like a defensive back for Georgia. You know,
this guy was in position.
Alabama.
This guy was in the position to make the play, just whiffed. So I can't figure out. He's just a.
Where's that game going to be played?
It'll be played at Philadelphia.
At Philadelphia.
Yeah, Philadelphia has home field advantage of the number one seed.
Okay.
But Philly's got a good defense also. But you know, Minnesota playing at home for the Super Bowl, that would be interesting to see a team have a home field advantage in the Super Bowl.
Never happened before.
Yeah. So they're 1-1 away from doing that. But Zimmer's a great coach. You know, he's had a lot of success in Dallas as a defense coordinator. So I look for Minnesota to probably win that ball game.
What's Minnesota's offensive weapons? Quarterback, receiver, running backs, anything?
What's that?
What we should look out for Minnesota for their offense? Well,
I don't, you know,
who's your quarterback?
Case Keenum.
And he does well.
They got Bradford back, but Bradford's a backup at this point. So Case Keenum's just had a great year. So
are they known for the running or for the passing?
They're pretty balanced.
Okay.
They just got a good. They just have a good overall team. You know, basically known for their defense. Their defense is what shines for Minnesota. But we'll see how it plays out. You know, I know how crazy those Eagle fans are, especially in Philadelphia.
They are crazy.
So,
let me tell you, those Eagle fans are something else. I've mentioned it several times through the years.
An impression. I said when they played in the Super Bowl down in Jacksonville, those people were crazy. So
they are. I'm
intense.
Yeah, I had a chance to be around a bunch of Eagle fans several years ago at a Jacksonville Jaguars game in the club seat area there, and there was a bunch of Eagle fans there, and they were all around us. And I don't know, you know, they got the tickets somehow, and they were loud, they were vocal. When they did something good, they all got up and did a particular chant and dance and stuff like that. I mean, they got it down to an art form when it comes to cheering their team on, or if their team's not doing good, they'll let them know.
Maybe it'll come down to disrespected teams. You know, the Eagles keep thinking they're disrespected because they're playing at home. They're always the underdogs because of Nick Foles. Jacksonville felt they've been disrespected, so maybe the two disrespected teams make the Super Bowl. I don't know who'd be disrespected they have.
Well, I know all those Jacksonville Jaguar fans are very happy with the Jags are in there. You know, last year was the Falcons in the NFC Championship game, then the Super Bowl. Now we got Jacksonville in the AFC Championship game. Who would have thunk it back in August? But it just shows the difference having Tom Coughlin back down there in Jacksonville makes. Even though he's not the coach in the field, he's still, you know, he's got him on the winning track.
He's just won everywhere he's been. He just knows how to put together and knows what is needed. It's all about discipline. You know, they talked about this Jacksonville Jaguars season. Leonard Fournette, the number one pick at LSU, didn't show up for a team photo, and Coughlin walked right in and suspended for a game. And
I'm not going to put up with that. I don't care who you are.
Most people thought it was a trivial thing, but Coughlin said, no, you have to be taught right from wrong, and you did wrong by not showing up for the team photo, so you're going to be suspended for a game. And ever since then, Fournette's played extremely well, had a great game Sunday against Pittsburgh, scored 3 touchdowns. So it'll be the key Sunday as well. The Jaguars have to run the ball, control the clock, and keep Brady on the sidelines if they have any chance to win that ball game. But I still don't know who matches up against Gronkowski. That's the key. The guy's a beast.
He is a beast.
They talked to Pittsburgh when he had those 3 straight catches, and they said, well, who's going to cut you? What do you want us to do? That guy's bigger than us.
I know.
We tried. You know,
he's big.
What are we supposed to do? You know, so I just don't see a matchup for that guy.
Well, we'll find out coming this weekend. Well, Bob, we're out of time. We can talk more about the game as the week goes along. All right. WIFO-FM in Jessup, 105.5 in your FM dial, the world famous Butch and Bob show, brought to you by Murphy Builder Supply, Northeast Prospering, downtown Jessup, by Jessup Premium Storage, and by Republic Services and by Mike Birch Ford in Blackshear. Got a giveaway coming your way soon. You're going to have a chance to win a $20 gift card to Angel's Fine Dining or Gooey's Pizza. We'll give away that soon. But right now, we're going to take a quick break and see what's happening in news from Fox News Radio.
He says he has no reason to take the fifth. He'll answer anything. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. Former Trump campaign manager Corey Lewandowski expected on Capitol Hill today to talk to the House Intelligence Committee in the Russia probe.
I will tell anybody what took place, which there was no collusion, there was no cooperation, there was no coordination.
Steve Bannon was less interested in answering questions yesterday. Fox's Rachel Sutherland live in Washington.
Dave, the former White House chief strategist clammed up behind closed doors with members of the House Intelligence Committee, prompting a subpoena on the spot from the chairman. The top Democrat on the committee, Adam Schiff, said Bannon's lawyer cited executive privilege.
This was effectively a gag order by the White House, preventing this witness from answering almost any question concerning his time in the transition or the administration.
The special counsel also issued a subpoena. Bannon is quoted in the Fire and Fury tell-all book as saying a meeting with a Russian lawyer at Trump Tower was treasonous. Dave?
Rachel, there's still a stalemate over a spending bill in Congress to fund the government beyond Friday. Democrats insist it includes a fix for DACA, the program shielding some immigrants brought to the U.S. illegally as kids.
We are trying to get a deal to solve the DACA problem, but we don't want to shut down the government.
White House Legislative Advisor Mark Short pushing a short-term spending bill that sidesteps DACA for now, but conservative Republicans don't like that bill, saying it doesn't fund the military enough. Charges may be coming the Las Vegas massacre, though a lawyer for police won't say who or based on what evidence. The gunman who murdered 58 people shooting at a concert crowd from a high-rise hotel in October killed himself. This got people tweeting in Detroit last night.
Saw this big blast of light. It was orange.
That fireball streaked across the sky, then there was a big boom. Bob Tremblay with the Warren, Michigan Astronomical Society says it was a rare meteor.
It blew up at the end, and that's called a bolide.
This is Fox News. Fair and balanced.
There was a big boom. All right, 8:33. Good morning, Big Dog Country, WIFO 105.5 FM in Jessup. Butch Hubbard here with you. Appreciate Jonathan sitting in for me for the last couple of mornings as I had some things I needed to take care of first thing in the morning. And it is the 17th day of January as the month's just whizzing right on by here. And remember now, you can listen to the AFC and NFC championship games this coming weekend on Sunday right here on 105.5 FM in Jessup. We are your NFL playoff radio station for Southeast Georgia and your Super Bowl radio station for Southeast Georgia. 105.5 FM in Jessup, Big Dog Country, WIFO. Well, let's take a look at that crazy weather forecast coming your way in just a couple of minutes for Wayne and surrounding counties.
Hey, girl, did y'all get some of that South Georgia snow? Oh, we did, Mama. And cold weather, too. Honey, it got colder than a day-old dumpling out there. Now, hold on, Mama. Whoops. I talk too much. That's all right, Mama. Woody Folsom is the car dealer who'll talk with you. He, Jonathan Poppel, and the Overflow team in Jessup want you to talk to us. Then they'll pop a splendiferous deal on you.
Tell it like it is. We choose our cream of the crop trade-ins from our new car stores, put them through a thorough inspection, and bring them to the Jessup Overflow store. Get in here to North 1st Street and check them out. We give you a free lifetime powertrain warranty, good as long as you own the car. This is Woody. Talk to me.
Woody Folsom Auto Overflow, the used car place to be. 448 North 1st Street, Jessup. Yeah, it got so dadgum cold one day, we thought Grandpa done grown him a beard. But it just turned out to be a frozen icicle of Drew. Oh, Mama!
Do you suffer from constant pain? Does your pain make life miserable at home, with family, and at work? Do you feel helpless and without hope? At Advanced Healthcare Center on South 1st Street in Jessup, they understand that constant pain is an awful condition that can lead to depression, disability, and utter despair. Advanced Healthcare now offers 2 proven effective treatments to reduce and relieve constant pain. Percutaneous electric nerve or PINS treatments and decompression traction therapy are highly effective at relieving constant pain in the spine, muscles, nerves, and other joints. Their highly trained healthcare professionals at Advanced Healthcare can fully evaluate, diagnose, and treat your constant pain syndrome and help restore your life and hope again. These new treatment options, combined with proper medication management, chiropractic, physical, and massage therapy, are covered by most major insurance plans. Same-day appointments and walk-ins are welcome. Call Advanced Healthcare Center in Jessup today at 427-8433. Feel better today. Big Dog Country, 105.5 FM in Jessup. Good morning. Butch Hubbard here with you on the Big Dog. And let's take a look at your weather forecast for Wayne and surrounding counties. Brought to you by Duckworth Properties of Jessup and Brunswick. Well, let's see what we got going on here today. High today, it's not going to get a whole bunch warmer than we are right now. Right now, we're at about 41, 42 degrees, according if you're in town or out in the country. But high today, right around 44 degrees, right around 44 for the high today. So not much warmer than right now. Tonight, protect those pets, plants, and pipes tonight. Low tonight of around 24 degrees with sunny skies. So mid-20s tonight. Tomorrow, Thursday, sunny, high of 49. Still mid-20s tomorrow night. Thursday night, low around 26 tomorrow night. Friday, sunny, with a high of around 56, and then 31 on Friday night. The autumn harbor is at 7 feet and